everyone, welcome to Learn with me. Today I am with you with one of the basics of English grammar. We can say the very first step to learn English grammar, that is parts of speech. So today in our class we will discuss the parts of speech along with all the types of parts of speech. Traditionally, we may have an idea that there are altogether 8 types of parts of speech. But today in our class, we are going to learn something new, and we are going to learn that parts of speech are actually 9 in types, not 8. So today in our class, we will discuss all the 9 types of parts of speech along with examples. So without further delay, let us begin. Before that, we must know what a speech is. Now when we are talking about parts of a speech, these parts of a speech, so we must first know what a speech is. A speech is, you can see, a communication in spoken words. A speech is a communication in spoken words. That means when we communicate through spoken words, that is known as a speech. Now all of us, we know when we communicate, we use different types of words in our communication. We have a variety of words in our spoken communication. So those words serve different purposes. Based on that, a speech has different parts, as we use different type of words in a speech, and those parts have different names too. So those parts are known as parts of a speech, as those are the part of our spoken communication. Now if we try to define part of speech traditionally, grammatically, we would see that it is a category of words having similar grammatical properties. The parts of speech is a category of words which has similar grammatical properties. That means they serve some kind of purposes in that speech. So all the parts, all the different parts of the speech, they serve different purposes. And that is why they have some similar grammatical properties. The properties that make them a category of words, that is known as part of a speech. So after this definition, let us try to know what are the 9 types of parts of speech. Earlier I have said that you may have heard, you may have read also that there are 8 types of parts of speech, but actually there are 9 types of parts of speech. So this new kind of part of speech we are going to learn today along with the traditional 8 types of parts of speech. So if we talk about the different types of parts of speech, the first in our category we have, that is noun. Now what is a noun? A noun is a naming word. A noun is a naming word. That means it implies the names. The names of, it may be a place, it may be a person, it may be an idea, it may be a thing, etc. So whenever we use a name for a place, for a person, for an idea, for a thing, the word that we use, that is noun. Because that naming word is noun. It implies a name. For example, if I write a Kolkata, that is a noun because it's the name of a city. If I write Ram, that is also a noun because it's the name of a person. Then if I write honesty, that is also an idea if I write book, that is also a thing. So all these words are actually come under the first category of parts of speech, the first type of part of speech, that is noun, because noun is a naming word. So after noun we have the second in our list, that is a pronoun. Now you see, in pronoun we have this noun. So noun we have seen a naming word. Now pronoun is a word that replaces a noun. So pronoun is used to replace a noun. When we replace a noun, the word that we use, that is called a pronoun. For example, if I try to give an example like this, Ram is a student. He is also a good boy. So Ram is a student, he is also a good boy. Now in the first sentence we have used Ram. That is, we have used a name. That means we have used a noun. In the second sentence, in place of that, we have used another kind of word. That is, this second word in the second sentence is replacing the noun in the first word. As this particular word is replacing the noun, this is known as the pronoun. So the word that we use to replace the noun is called the pronoun. After this pronoun, we have in our list adjective. The third category that we have as part of speech is the adjectives. Now what is an adjective? An adjective is a word that adds something to the meaning of a noun or a pronoun. Meaning of a noun or a pronoun. That means when we try to qualify a noun, that means when we try to add something to the meaning of the noun or the pronoun, the word that we use, that is what an adjective is. Now let us take an example. He is a good boy. Now this boy is a noun because this is the name of a class. To qualify this boy, that means to add something to the meaning of this boy, we are using another word just before the boy. That word is actually adding the meaning of the boy. That means it is telling something about the boy. It is saying that that boy is a good boy. That means this particular word is qualifying the noun. So that is why this is an adjective. So adjectives are actually the words that qualify a noun or a pronoun. After this adjective we have in our list verbs. Now verb is, this one is an accent word. An accent word. That means this word always suggests an accent taking place. It suggests an accent taking place. This is what a verb is. For example, he reads a book. This reads, it means an action is going on. It means he is doing some action. Here it is reading. So that is why this reads is verb here in this particular sentence. So a verb is an action word. After the verb in our list, we have the next kind of part of speech, that is, we have the adverb. Now what is adverb? Adverbs are those words that are used to qualify a verb or an adjective or another adverb, we can also say. So it adds something to the meaning of a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. So an adverb is a word that adds something to the meaning of the verb or an adjective or another adverb. That means adverbs qualify a verb or an adjective or an adverb. Let us take an example of a sentence and let us see how it works. If we write, he runs fast. He runs fast. So this particular word fast, it actually qualifies the word. That means it tells about the word. That means the way of his running. That means it is adding something to the meaning of the verb. That is why this is an adverb. Again, if we take an example, like he is a very good boy. He is a very good boy. Now this very, all of us we know this good. This is an adjective because it is qualifying the noun here, that is the boy. Now this very, this particular word is adding the meaning of the adjective. So that is an adverb. So after the adverb, in our list, in number 6, the sixth type of part of speech we have, that is preposition. Now preposition, it essentially says or tells about the position. So it talks about the position. And one more thing you must remember, that prepositions are generally placed before a noun or a noun equivalent. That means they are placed before a noun or noun equivalent. That means those words which have similar properties as noun. So these prepositions are always placed before noun, and they talk about the position of the noun and the relationship of that noun with other words in that sentence. If we take an example, the idea would be pretty clear. So let us take an example of that. After that, the idea would be pretty clear. If I write here, the book is on the desk. If I write the book is on the desk, so where is the book? The book is on the desk. So you see, the desk, this is noun. Now this particular word on, this is placed before the noun, and this is actually telling the position of the book. Where it is on the desk. So the words that talk about the position of the noun or the noun equivalent, and the words that are placed before noun on the noun equivalent, those words are known as prepositions, which is the preposition we have in our list. In the 7th position, we have the conjunction. So conjunctions are actually joining words. They are actually joining words. That means some words are used to join maybe two phrases maybe two clauses or maybe two words also. So those particular words that are used to join the phrases or the clauses, those words are known as conjunction. So let us take an example and the thing would be pretty clear. If I write like this, I know the boy and his brother. So I know the boy and his brother. So altogether we have two clauses here. That means I know the boy and I know his brother. So these two particular parts of the bigger sentence are joined by this particular word. Hence, this word is known as conjunction. So conjunction is a joining word that is used to join a particular sentence, means two parts of the sentence. It may be two phrases also, two clauses definitely, maybe two other words also. So this is a conjunction. Now after this conjunction we have interjection, the eighth category of our part of speech, and traditionally the last category of part of speech we have with us, that is interjection. Interjection are words actually that are used to express certain feelings or emotions. In especially exclamatory sentences, definitely you would get all the ideas about sentences in the coming videos, definitely. So interjection is expressing certain feelings. Interjections are words that are used to express certain feelings. For example, if I write Alice, he is dead. This Alice, this is interjection. Now, hurrah, hurrah, fine. Then bravo. All these words are interjections because all these words they express our sudden emotion and sudden feeling. So an interjection is a part of speech that is used to express a sudden emotion or a sudden feeling. After this interjection, the last category and the newest, I hope, is the determiners. It is the determiners. Now regarding these determiners, another video I have, you would get the detail of this kind of determiners. So these determiners are also a kind of part of speech. These determiners also a kind of part of speech. What are determiners? Determiners are words placed before a noun to convey what the noun refers to. So determiners are some special words that are generally placed before a noun to convey what that noun refers to. Determiners, altogether there are many types of determiners. You would get in that video. So these determiners are also a kind of part of speech. Let us take an example. If I write like this, I know the boy. I know the boy. So here you would see I, a pronoun know, a verb boy, a noun. But what about this particular the? You know or you may know that this is called an article. Now this article comes under this determinants. Again if I write I visited that place. So I visited that place. This particular word, that is that, this is placed before the noun, and this particular word is a determiner, and that is also a kind of part of speech. So traditionally the idea that we had that there are total 8 types of part of speech. Actually, if we look very deeply, we have altogether 9 types of parts of speech. And we have seen in today's class all those 9 types of parts of speech, and hopefully you have broken your earlier notion that there are total 8 types of parts of speech. So actually there are 9: noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, interjection, and the newly added one, determiners. So hope the very basic of our English grammar, the very first step I would say, that is parts of speech, it is understood clearly, and you have got a new idea that this determiner is also a kind of part of speech. So altogether we have 9 types of part of speech in our list. Hope things are clear, you have understood pretty clearly. So that's all for today.